Welcome back to my channel, Moving to Madison, Wisconsin. I'm your host, Mindy Kesnick, and if you've spent any time here at all, you will know that I happen to be a real estate agent in the Madison, Wisconsin area. And in that role, one of the things that I do is I help homeowners put their house on the market, and I help them list it on the MLS, and I help them market and search for buyers. And sometimes I have the privilege of coming across a house that just feels like home. One of the things that I do when I work with sellers is I sit down with them and I listen to the story. And sometimes it's quick. Sometimes it's, we bought it 2 years ago and we're ready to upgrade or downgrade or move out of the area or whatever. And sometimes you get to hear stories of a family that has lived in their home through an entire childhood, and stories about entertaining and the community around them and how they raised their children and the parties that they had. And as much as I can portray that to some degree, there is just something really special about hearing it from the homeowners themselves. So today I'm going to offer you a really special treat, and I'm going to give you not just your traditional home tour where we walk through and we see the kitchen and the living room and the bedrooms. I'm going to give you a little bit of a tour and a backstory about what this home has meant to these homeowners and the story and the journey of their lives there. And now they're ready to pass it along to a new homeowner. Come with me and we're going to get to hear a little bit of the story of this beautiful home in Sun Prairie, Wisconsin.
We moved into this house 23 years ago. Our friends were being transferred for work, and their house, this house, was going on the market. We always loved our visits to this house, and when we had a chance to buy it, we jumped. Our 2 kids were just 3 and 6 months old at the time. That seems like a lifetime ago, and in many ways it is. They're out of college now and living in different cities, and we're spending more and more time away too. This house has been our home for a long time, but now it's time for another family to make it their home. As we prepared to sell the house, we talked over many memories, the little and big things the house has meant to us over the years. Many will see the pictures and the videos that tell part of the story, but we wanted to share more with the next family who makes this house their home. One of our earliest memories here was teaching our son to ride a bike. We didn't fully appreciate living on a cul-de-sac until our kids started riding bikes. We remember running behind him on his bike, keeping him upright while he got his balance. He went round and round in the cul-de-sac right in front of the house, sometimes with a cheer from some of our neighbors as he got the hang of it. And speaking of that, neighbors, what can you say about getting to know people over the years and even the decades? There's a stability here that comes with people nearby who have been in their homes for years too. One thing we'll miss is great neighbors who still help us out and make life better. If there's a word we could use to describe the house, it's livable. The house is just set up in a way that works so well with our lifestyle. One of our favorite places in the house is the hearth room. Hearth room? That was a new one for us when we moved in. When we saw the floor plans, it was just part of the kitchen, right? So how do you use a hearth room? We weren't sure how we'd use the space, but now it's probably where we spend most of our time at home. Whether we're having coffee in the morning in front of the fireplace, having some quiet time, or catching the news on TV, or spinning around in our swivel chairs to visit with whoever's working in the kitchen. Someone once said that the kitchen is the heart of the house. It is in ours, and the hearth room makes it even more so. If you asked our kids, they might say their favorite place in the house is the lower level. When they were almost teens, we wanted some more space for them and their friends. So we finished the lower level with a wide open space for games and movies, dance practice and workouts. And it's not just the kids who enjoy it. It's a great place for turning on the fireplace and watching a football game too. One more favorite about the house isn't inside the house at all, but outside, on the patio and in the backyard. It was once a small deck, but we reimagined it as a patio with green space around it to have a bit of an outdoor sanctuary, another place to eat dinner or just relax and enjoy home. But the whole backyard has grown into our own little preserve that is bright with flowers blooming throughout the summer and even into the fall. We could go on with all this house has to offer and share memories from a few decades of raising a family here. But we're excited for the next family to begin making their memories as we move on to our next chapter too.